The New Crop, an Ag Day special report, is brought to you by Sure Start Herbicide. Sure Start Herbicide gives you flexibility to spray corn from pre-plant to post-emergence.
Coming back to the family farm after college can be a tough transition, but if you know others in the same situation, it can make things a little easier. Today, during our New Crop, national reporter Tyne Morgan introduces us to a group of 3 college buddies whose peer network and common interest in farming is helping them remain friends and sounding boards for life.
No comment.
3 different farmers. One special bond. It's more than their Bearcat pride that ties these 3 friends together. It's their passion for farming and their plans to return home.
And I really want to keep doing that too, keep finding ways where I can bring new things to operation, not just live off of, well, my dad was a successful farmer, I'll just follow his footsteps.
From row crops to cattle to construction, each of these farmers have their own mix. Fresh out of college with a full year of farming under their belts, some manage employees and some are still the family gopher. But each are trying to earn respect by bringing fresh ideas to the operation.
They come up with a lot of ideas and throw a lot of information at both Dad and Grandpa, and it's just them trying to, I wouldn't say hold me back on some things, but it's just sifting through what's going to work and when it's going to work, I think.
West of the Bluffs, they've had them forever on the Missouri bottom, and no one's ever tried it over here. But we got a whole water reservoir that goes right through here underneath.
This year actually moved to 20-inch row corn, which is, there's one farm in the area that's doing that.
The knowledge and friendships each gained attending Northwest Missouri State is coming in handy, but it's the experience that's proving to be most valuable.
Upgrading your land that you've got, making it more efficient, getting more off the acres you have rather than buying new because it's so expensive to purchase new ground.
And even though there's a little moisture on the ground to start out 2013, 2012 was an extremely challenging year for all of them because it was so dry. They know that drought is one they will never forget. However, they also understand that's just the tip of the iceberg, as there are many more challenging times ahead.
Right now, like you said, I'm trying to make sure that our balance sheets can handle, you know, the coming of $3 or $4 corn again, because it's going to happen at some point in time. It's just a matter of when.
My goal is to hopefully run this operation to where it runs on cash. That's my goal someday.
A big goal, but by continuing to be diverse and making smart business decisions, Whitehead thinks it's possible, considering each knows the business of farming will continue to evolve. With other enterprises to fall back on, these farmers hope they're prepared to adapt quickly.
Now we're starting to feed cattle a little bit and kind of get our feet wet in that area because, you know, margins have been bad on feeding cattle. I know people are getting out of it, so we're kind of trying to get our feet wet in it in case, you know, it could turn around in a heartbeat.
From a focus at home to gaining a global perspective, having a view broader than just what they can see from the cab of their tractor will hopefully set each apart.
Cope with outside influences, you know, what's China going to do? What kind of regulations are you going to have coming down the pipe that you're going to have to deal with?
In their eyes, it's knowing the business side will continue to grow in importance as they grow in the shadow of a family legacy. From southwestern Iowa, I'm Tyne Morgan for Ag Day.
Next week, Tyne takes us back to Iowa to talk to all 3 farmers at one time. She explores the network side of their friendship to see how it all works. Still to come, a look at the corn market's downward slide and what's pushing prices lower. And later, Vermont is considering making changes to its maple syrup labels. But first, it's a trip to Tennessee where some hard-working canines are competing for top honors in this year's bird dog competition. That story today on In the Country.
You're watching Ag Day Television with host Clinton Griffiths, Farm Director Al Pell, National Reporter Tyne Morgan, and meteorologist Mike Hoffman. Ag Day, the country experience.
With lots of sunshine all across the region as we make our way to the weekend. So for today, 72 degrees with beautiful sunny skies.
You may not know when you can get Sure Start applied, but because it gives you the flexibility to spray corn from pre-plant to post-emergence, you can always be sure you will.
Great day for you farmers to get out in your fields. I'm meteorologist Bob Sanderson, and I'm pretty sure you'll want to get outside.
Pretty sure isn't sure. Now is it?